Om Klim Krishnaya Govindaya Gopi Janavallabhaya Swaha. And in my heart, I contain a lot of love for Sri Krishna, who is the embodiment of love, who is love itself, and love has its base and source in Sri Krishna. Now, one of my friends had inquired, like, for example, there is a reference to the great prophet and to Son of God himself, Jesus Christ, in Bible, wherein he says that I and my Father are one. And he had asked, what about, how do you know about Sri Krishna? You always keep on saying that he is the supreme person. So what I did was I got this Bhagwat Gita. It has innumerable references wherein Bhagwan points out that who he is. And I thought I would read some select shlokas which specifically mention the divinity of Bhagwan Shri Krishna. And it's mentioned really beautifully how Bhagwan he himself speaks in Bhagavad Gita of what he is. So first one of the first shlokas is from chapter 5. It is verse number 29. It says, Bhoktaram yagya tapasam sarva loka maheshwaram suhridam sarva bhutanam gyatva mam shanti mrichyati. And it says that when one realizes that I am the one who enjoys the results of all sacrifice and penances, the one who controls everything in this world and the friend of everything in this world, one can attain peace. Let us go to the next beautiful shloka. In chapter 7, again there are many references, but two references from chapter 7 which I have taken. It's chapter 7, the verse 6. Etadyonini bhutani sarvani tyupadharayah aham krishnasya jagatah prabhava pralayas tatha mattah parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananchaya mai sarvamidam protam sutre manigana iva. And Bhagwan Shri Krishna clearly states, you should understand that all beings take root from these two energies, material and spiritual, and I am the creator and destroyer of the entire universe. Again he says, O winner of wealth, there is nothing superior to me. Everything rests on me like pearls strung on a thread. So the greatest wealth in fact is Sri Krishna, or rather if we go by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and other great devotees, it is the devotion to Sri Krishna. Again let me come to the same chapter 7 verse 18. Udarah sarva evaite gyatvi tvatmeva me matam astita sahi yuktatma mamevanu gatim. Bahuna janma namante jnanavan mam prapadyate vasudevah sarvamiti sa mahatma sudurlabha. And Bhagwan Shri Krishna clearly mentions all these are no doubt great souls. Actually, the previous chapters he's talking of, but he who is self-realized I consider to be like me. He whose mind is fixed on me will attain me, the highest goal. So again a very beautiful reference Bhagwan mentions to himself. And again he says, after many births the person with self-knowledge surrenders to me, realizing that I am the cause of everything. Such a great soul is very rare. So this was another of the beautiful verses. Again, if we come to chapter 9, and so many of us, for example, we always, this is a very beautiful chapter, and Sri Krishna says, Pita hamasya jagato mata dhata pitamaha vedyam pavitra momkaram rik sama yajurevacha gate bharta prabhu sakshi nivasah sharanam sruhata prabhava pralaya sthanam nidhanam bijam avyayam. What Sri Krishna says is, I am the father of the universe. A very pertinent statement. Shri Bhagwan says, I am the father of the universe, its mother, its nurturer, its grandfather. I am the knowledge, the purifier, the sacred syllable Om, the Rig, Sama, Yajur, and Atharva Vedas. Again, Bhagwan Sri Krishna again continues. He says, I am the goal, support, master, witness, abode, refuge, friend, creation, dissolution, maintenance, storehouse, and eternal seed. So, again, let us go to chapter 10. Again, this beautiful chapter has lot of references, and I have only selected a few. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, Bhagavan says, Hantam te kathayishyami divyayatma vibhutayah pradhanyatah kuru shrestha nasyanto vistarasya me ahamatma gudakesha sarva bhuta shayastitah ahamadischa madhyam cha bhuta namanta evacha. Bhagavan says, Shri Krishna says, the Lord of the love says, who is love himself, who is all rasa, he says, listen as I explain to you only those divine manifestations of myself that are prominent, for there is no end to the extent of my opulence. He says, for there is no end to the extent of my opulence. Again, he says, I am the self, O Gudakesha, that is Arjuna, abiding in the hearts of all beings. So Sri Krishna clearly points out, I am the self abiding in the hearts of all beings. I am the beginning, the middle, and the end of all beings. So again, this was a very beautiful shloka. And again, from the same chapter 10, let us come to this verse number 41. And it says, Yadvi bhuti matsatvam shrimad darjita mevava tatta deva vagachatvam mama tejo asambhavam athava bahu netena kim gyatena tavarjuna vishtabhyamidam krishna mekanshena sthito jagat. He says, Bhagwan Sri Krishna says, know that in all cases, whatever in existence is powerful, glorious, and beautiful ensures from but a spark of my splendor. So this is again a very touching shloka, that in whatever, know that in all cases, whatever in existence is powerful, glorious, beautiful, ensures from but a spark of my splendor. And but what need is there for all this extensive knowledge, Arjuna? I sustain this entire universe by a mere portion of myself. So this was another beautiful reference. And towards the end, I would come to chapter 15. I have taken two shlokas from there, and it says, Yasmat sharamati toham aksharaadapi chottamah atosmi loke vede cha pratitah purushottamam yoma meva masam mudo janati purushottamam sasarvavid bhajati mam sarva bhavena bharata. Because I am transcendental beyond both for the fallible and the infallible, I am celebrated in the world and also in the Vedas as the Supreme Person. O son of Bharata, whoever is undeluded and knows me as the Supreme Being, he is the knower of everything and therefore engages in full devotional service to me. So this was for my friends who had asked me, where does Bhagwan state in Bhagwat Geeta about himself? And there are many references, and I have chosen only a select few. And that's why saints and sages from Sri Chaitanya, Sri Mirabai, Sant Tukaram, Namdev, and all of them have stated that even including the Bhagavata, which says that even when we chant Krishna's name unknowingly, all we get that love in our hearts, and that love, it naturally destroys mountains of sin, just like a mountain of cotton is destroyed by one spark of fire. So also, once we have Krishna Bhakti, once we have love for Sri Krishna in our hearts, mountains of sins will get destroyed and we will be free from all our evil tendencies. Om Shanti. Jai Shri Krishna.